I call Esther McVey.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. Who would have thought a Prime Minister, not even in office for 10 weeks, would be so out of touch with the public? Yet here we are, and yes, this Prime Minister is, along with the Chancellor and the whole of his Cabinet, who are going along with and supporting this cruel policy. The Chancellor should be under no illusion that the public knows this decision to rob millions of pensioners of their winter fuel allowance, for which the government has no mandate, has nothing to do with economics and everything to do with cynical political calculation. And the haste with which it is being done is breathtaking. All benefits regulations are required by law to be considered by the Independent Social Security Advisory Committee. This is generally done in advance of the legislation being laid. In this case, however, the Labour government has opted for urgency provision that allows SAC consideration to be retrospective. Some say that that is bypassing SAC scrutiny. As well as evading that scrutiny, where is the government's impact assessment on removing winter fuel payment from these pensioners, particularly in light of the latest information that bills will be rising by £150 this year? I will indeed give way.
There are 18,900 people losing winter fuel payment in my constituency, and many of them are among the 800,000 people who are not eligible for pension credit but below the government's own poverty line. What are they supposed to do?
Well said. What is worse, Madam Deputy Speaker, that this Labour government is so out of touch so early on in their government, the unnecessary haste this change is being brought in, the lack of scrutiny of this policy, or the breathtaking hypocrisy Labour is showing. For back in 2017, when the Conservative manifesto stated that it would means test benefits, the Labour Party's reaction was one of horror, that this could not be done. Publishing research that up to 4,000 pensioners' lives would be at risk and their pensioners would struggle to heat their homes. And so the Conservatives did not do it. So what are we seeing here? That a Labour Party, when in office, ditches its beliefs and ditches its research. This government have been telling pensioners they didn't want to do this, but tough financial decisions must be made. But we all know that's poppycock. That wasn't the government's message to the already highly paid trade drivers. When they met them, money was no object. Have as much as you want. The public are not as stupid as this government think they are. No, this is good old-fashioned pork barrel politics, taking money away from the people that the Chancellor thinks don't vote Labour, like pensioners, to hand to people that they think do vote Labour, train drivers, public sector workers, while millions of pensioners, many of whom are struggling to make ends meet, are being sacrificed in this political strategic game. And by announcing the scrapping of the forthcoming and long-awaited cap on care costs, as well as laying the ground to remove council tax allowance for single people, Labour has basically declared war on pensioners, which will neither be forgotten or forgiven. Our pensioners deserve better than this, Madam Deputy Speaker. It's time Labour reverse this decision and restore the winter fuel allowance to all pensioners.